out there, viewers. Welcome to this morning's edition of the newspapers on Osbc television. Babatunde Bolatito is my name, reaching you live from our studios at Ileavuye Ukeibale in Oshobo, the capital city of Osun State. We have about 11 national dailies for review this morning, and I want to start from the front page of the Punch newspaper. But before that, let me give you a rundown of the newspapers that we have for review. We have the Punch, we have the Nation, we have the Daily Sun, we have the Daily Asset, we have Daily Trust, we have the Guardian, we have the Leadership, we have New Telegraph, we have This Day, we have Nigerian Tribune, we have Blueprint, and I think that's about all we have for review this morning. And I want to start from the front page of the Punch newspaper. Let me take you the ones concerning everybody above the masthead. Credit rating. Moody's downgrade 9 Nigerian banks. No favorite candidate, says U.S. envoy. Presidential candidate, Wike frustrated, lacks integrity, say PCC. New Naira scarcity, Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina border resident trade in CFA. It has some riders which I may not be able to take. And Amusu Abiodun clash over performance abandoned project. Anambra gunmen killed teenager, burn 1,240 INEC materials. Obi Kwekwenso won't step down for Atiku. From the Nation newspaper, we now go to the Nation newspaper. And from the Nation newspaper, we have the following ones. No cash missing in Ogoni Trust Fund, says Edo. Gunmen burn INEC office, police station in Anambra. I plan for betrayal. I plan for backstabbing long before they happen. That is quoting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Find elements in government working against Tinubu. That is quoting Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai. How Lekki Ekpe Road will boost Lagos economy. Worsening Naira scarcity, but hurts daily living and businesses. All these are on the front page of the Nation newspaper. And from the Nation newspaper, we go to the Daily Sun newspaper for today. And from the front page of the Daily Sun newspaper, that is where we are, Daily Sun newspaper, we have court okays Kanu's request to access doctors' medical records. It's on the front page of the Daily Sun. Governor El-Rufai's allegation of sabotage spark fear in APC. Party leaders express apprehension as presidency denies working against any candidate. Atiku's government will consider Southeast for topmost position. Okonkwo allows state determine workers' salaries, control own resources, pay taxes to center. Akeredolu tells FG. Polls. While we are opposed to same freight ticket card, Atoeze move to rescue Enugu from drinking water crisis. Atiku blasts Enugu over government policies as Wiki withdraws campaign venues approval. And all those are on the front page of Daily Sun newspaper. And from the Daily Town newspaper, we move now to the Daily Asset newspaper. Let's take the one above the masthead of the newspaper. Dangote's Noma sign agreement to build 6-meter cement plant. Presidency tackles El-Rufai over election comment. Warriors no preferred candidate, Lai Mohammed. US one politicians against undermining Nigeria's democratic process. Supreme Court nullifies Boacha's election as Taraba APC Guba candidate. We have some other minor ones. NLC opposes upward review of political office holders' remuneration. Naira swap, ignore election riggers, Atiku urges CBN. Murik demand justice for women allegedly raped inside mosque. Buhari said 100 trillion naira asset growth target for finance board. Nigeria attained 100 broadband penetration. That is quoting President Buhari. Over 5 million vulnerable to tropical diseases in Benue, Commissioner. All those reports are found on the front page of the Daily Asset newspaper. And from the Daily Asset newspaper, we move over to Daily Trust. From the front page of the Daily Trust, a little beneath the masthead of the Daily Trust newspaper, we have the following reports. Hardship lingers as business travels suffer. Online transaction fail. Chaos at banks, customers fight. Let's take these minor ones. Emir of Duty buried amid eulogies. Taraba governorship, Supreme Court removes Bocha as APC candidate. Kano is bar players woman who marry her daughter's suitor. Cracks within APC widen over Tinubu. Wike revokes stadium approval for Atiku's campaign in Rivers. Governorship candidates to defend agenda at media trust debate in Kano. All these are on the front page of the Daily Trust. And now that my guest has arrived, Barrister Kayode at the ABC, we will start taking the headlines one after the other, and we would start taking it from the front page of the Daily Trust. Barrister ABC, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning. Good morning, Nigerians.
Yes, let's take this one. Hardship lingers, businesses travel suffer, online transaction fail, chaos at banks, customers fight.
As a result of what?
As a result of, the design of the naira and unavailability of the new notes,
which I will call fire brigade, because the timing is wrong, and it's ought to have known these consequences before embarking on the policy. Well, anyway, the federal government should do the needful on time, because this general election is very key. And to avoid the low turnout or derailing the process, is to make sure that we have the petroleum on grant and the enforcement of the official price as much as possible. Because how can you buy a liter for 400 naira? So, and you expect the economy to be smooth. It's not possible. You don't know how much they will sell it, even when the election proper comes.
Yes, we go to the front page of the Guardian newspaper. Buhari free for poll, not against any candidate. FG replies, El-Rufai. The governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, says some elements in the presidency are really working against the APC presidential candidate. And the federal government is now replying that Buhari is free for poll, not against any candidate. FG replies, Rufai. Your take on that?
From one indications, it shows that Mr. President has not actually made his mind or disclosed his intention about these late hour policies, because of the same political party, and you want your candidate to win. You don't need, from reasonable point, you can't mark on a policy like this at this time, if actually you want your candidate to win. So that is why El-Rufai made that statement. It's not the time you change the naira, if not for the House of Representatives insistence that the civilian governors will extend it. They will have instead of their own deadline of January 31st. So he said it belongs to everybody, it belongs to no one. But in a situation like this, it should belong to a particular person. We should know where you are. You can't be neutral now. The federal bank governor cannot do anything without your consent, whether tacit or express. So El-Rufai is absolutely right. And what the presidency is doing is actually what El-Rufai is suggesting, that the cabals that are replying him.
Yes, let's also take this one too. Nobody working against Tinubu in Asorok, FG. That is the leadership newspaper's interpretation of the statement by El-Rufai.
From what Lai Mohammed said, the Minister for Information State and Culture, that they are not working against their...
It's on the front page of the leadership.
They are not working against your candidate, but the implication of what you are doing is more or less having negative effect on the ruling party. So you don't need to say you are working against anybody directly, but from all surrounding circumstances, no reasonable right-thinking person will say that things are going well. Now, things are not going well.
Supreme Court sacks Bocha as Taraba APC Guber candidates. Can we take that?
They are very
have you read the judgment?
Yes. The primary was nullified based on different lists. The person that normally divide the party. So they are given opportunity again to conduct new election within 14 days. That no, they will not have candidates in Taraba State.
Hoodlums destroy police INEC offices, kill teenager in Anambra State.
That's what we are saying.
That's
why those people
from the front page of leadership newspaper.
The politicians are behind them. So that is the more reason why. If there is no person, anybody being made a scapegoat, the thing will continue unabated.
Also from the front page of the leadership newspaper, we have this one. Naira swap. Bank chief challenged CBN on quantity of new notes.
Well, people have been waiting in the ATM machine for hours, just because they want to withdraw what they labor for. So that is one reason why we are saying that. What do you want to achieve at this point in time? Cashless economy, yeah, it's good, but you don't generalize it. You don't make it applicable to all people in the rural area. Some people will travel for 4-6 hours before they reach bank. They don't have bank in their area, no POS. So it's the money they have in cash at home that they normally use, maybe for 1 month, 2 months, before they get another one. So now you don't take those people into consideration before you now make everything blanket, applicable to everybody. So it was not a well thought out policy, without no matter the good intention. So they should at least now adjust the policy drastically, reduce the tension in the policy.
Yes, let's now go to New Telegraph newspaper, and from the front page of that newspaper, let's take the first story above the masthead. Cashless policy. Pressure mounts on NFIU to rescind decision on MDAs. The federal government may be thinking of starting the cashless policy with this, with the introduction of, or with the redesign of the naira notes, as it were. Do you think we are right for such?
Well, if it were ministry, department and agencies, they were governmental agencies. So that means I won't have any problem with those agencies. But individual level, non-state actors, individual working, selling,
selling pepper,
some small streets, those are the areas. It's for anything that has to do with the public fund. People that are managing it should be well monitored. So cashless policy is okay for MDA, ministry, department, agencies. So if you want to transact with them online. So I think that one is okay.
Well, let's take this minor piece too, from the front page of New Telegraph newspaper. NAMA reduces pilots' workload, introduces satellite navigation. This one means that pilots may not be too much saddled with the responsibility of making detours when traveling to some country. The straight route to some countries may have been discovered.
But that one would use
the hours of traveling.
of traveling to those countries, and at the same time, in terms of fatigue, the pilot will be less fatigued in traveling. So, and safety of the passengers too will also be guaranteed, particularly when the weather is not okay or inclement in some areas. You can take another route. It's a good development for our aviation industry.
Let's go to this one. Court okays Kano's request to apply for access to doctor medical reports or medical records. It is on the front page of the New Telegraph. That is talking about Kano, the IPOB leader.
Yes. Well, at least if you don't release him now, if you don't, because of the circumstances surrounding his escape, or his, according to him, his own safety. What he said he was about to be attacked when he ran for his own life. So you should allow him to have free and very sound medical treatment. You should not maltreat him, because it is an international case, not just a national case. And the international community, human rights community, they are watching Nigeria and they are watching Mr. President on how he is maintaining his human rights record.
Presidency verifies that alleged Aso element working against Tinubu. We have treated that, but somebody says we are not surprised. That is Alaki. Aisha Buhari posts El-Rufai's video on social media. Let's see. People who say they are not surprised are people who are surprised. What does this connote for the future of democracy in this country?
Well, right from the day when they organized the primary of APC, we saw that it was a tug of war. Before the Northern APC governor insisted that power must shift. So those people that were defeated at the primary, like Amesi, Osbc, and others, up to now, nobody knew their minds. Nobody knew. So, from Madame angle, that everybody is trying to them as some elements within the presidency. And Alake said they are not survived because they are politicians of repute. They will have known ahead that this thing will happen. So that they themselves will have already strategized on how to tackle a situation like that. So that's why as what you said, Osbc, that we are going to take back the power from the PDP. But people, they don't know that it's not using Yoruba and not using that language in Yoruba in a very ordinary manner. They call it kind of a pariboena. So it was referring to the elements within the party who disguise as progressive, and those who are outside, who are collaborating with the enemy within, to scuttle his ambition. So they will not be surprised, and those people that will be surprised will be thinking that it is not rational for a party who wants to say he wants himself to be succeeded by his
from the front page of this day newspaper, because of our time, the federal government is saying that Buhari is focusing on delivering free and fair election, and not interested in in any other thing.
It is not true that it's focusing on free and fair election, because if there is scarcity of petroleum, if people cannot access money, how are they going to be freely and credibly elected their leaders? If somebody brings money today, they will easily be influenced. That's what they don't know, that this money by the politician, they will have the bankers taking the money to them at home, and by that they will use it to give to the electorate who have never been able to access his own money for past 1 month. Easily they will buy them.
Yes, let's take this one. River Government Council's approval to PVP Presidential Campaign Council for use of stadium. We are talking about APC's internal ranking now. Now let's shift to PDP.
Yes. He has said that he will approve the stadium for PDP presidential rally.
But now that he has revoked the approval,
well, that means maybe from other intelligence reports, which he did not see at the administrative time, he made the first statement. He's now changing his mind. But it should not be so in a true democratic space. If you don't give them the stadium, give them another befitting space where they will have their campaign. So by doing that, by doing what he's doing now, the other side will even be getting more empathy and sympathy from the people. From
the Nigerian Tribune, we have this one. Tales of woes as Nigerians lament shortage of Naira notes. POS centers increase withdrawal charges. Your take?
So that is one of the things we are saying, that if you want to have free and credible election, you should also match your words with your action. Your action has contradicted to your words. And when somebody cannot get money, even money to buy food, how do you expect the person to go and vote? So they will be easily be bought over by the politicians and the money bags, who will by all means, you will get this money, you think you are trying to target. They will get the money and to influence them. So that's just the fact.
Yes, dear viewers, this is the convenient spot to draw curtains on today's edition of the newspapers on Osbc TV, Iliawuye Okebale Oshobo. On behalf of my producer, Oluwatoyin Yusuf, and the executive producer, Akiola Wolabi, and everybody who have worked together to make today's program a success. Special thanks to my guest, Barrister Kayode at DBC. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. Good morning.